man. I believe it's on there. Yes, we are. We are live. Somebody leave me a. Well, let me just check here and see if we can hear anything. We got it. All right. Hey, we welcome everybody. Thank you for tuning in. This week we've got Shawn Wright sitting here with us, ready to hear his testimony. We've been talking a little bit, sharing. Interested to hear his story, and I know you are too. I know a lot of people have commented this week, and we just want you to know this ain't nothing about us. We don't care if anybody knows who we are. The man's got a story to tell, and we want y'all to tune in and to listen and pay attention. Hey, share it to your family that might be struggling. Share it to the family members that have active addict in their family. Share it to somebody you know might be struggling. Our job is to share experience, strength, and hope, and try to encourage people and try to get the real answer out there. That's what we're here to do. We've already talked a little bit today, so hey, I'm going to get out of the way right here in just 1 second. Want to always thank the Department of Tennessee Mental Health and Substance Abuse and the STAND Coalition for allowing us to do this, giving us a place that we can do this and encouraging us and helping us get stuff rolling. We always want to thank them for their time, and just want to thank all of you. Man, we have a lot of people that tune in every week and that say they get encouragement from this. We'd like to thank all y'all too. And everybody knows coming up this Saturday will be the 4th of July. Looks like the weather's going to cooperate with us. So if we can get 300 people lined up and walk in between those But God banners, we've got people working on floats. We'll have 5 trailers there for people, maybe kids want to ride on or somebody that can't walk. But listen, we're not counting anybody out. We got motorcycles showing up to ride. We got people going to ride their 4-wheelers. We got people that's going to walk. Hey, listen, if you can't do none of that, you got a vehicle, hey, just line it up. Tell us. We'll put it in there. We want the community to come together. We want to show each other that we are there for each other. We love each other. We want to get a positive light out there about addiction and about recovery and about what the answer is. The But God float, you'll know it when you see it. Look for the banners. And come up and walk with us. Share with us. Bring your kids. Everybody get involved. We want as many people as we can. And everybody knows if there's 299 people, I will look just like this the next week. But if there's 300 people show up, we'll let them shave our beard off. I care that much about this cause. I care this much about getting the faith-based community together and willing to help people. So just remember that. We'll be meeting up First Baptist Church there in Huntsville. Probably start meeting up around 7 o'clock. Just come up, be with us, walk with us. It's just a mile. If I can do it, pretty much anybody can do it. And we're going to get out of the way. It's right at my 3-minute mark, and we're going to let Shawn come and share his story. Hey, I love every one of you. Thank you for tuning in. There you go, brother. Love you. Hey, right before you get this, say, hey, I'm almost done.
Hey, as Randy said, my name is Shawn Wright. I'm 33. My story starts way back about 11 years old. A lot of, parents are there to be there to show love and to care for your kids and protection. And I didn't have that. My mom loved me. I knew my mom loved me very much. She was real good to me. But she had to work 2 jobs to take care of 2 kids. And unfortunately, I didn't have a dad. My dad was very hurtful. He was very mean. He never beat me. I will say that. He never did lay a hand on me. But he mentally abused me. Just worthless, white trash. I was always not going to be good enough in the world. Couldn't do this. Never lived up to this. And when you're 11 years old, you're thinking, what did I do to, what can I do different? So by that time, I was depressed and didn't know how to handle it. So I started spiraling. Boy I knew I offered a little perk 10, hey, this will make you feel better, and I done it. Race was over then. I just started doing everything I could. Went through a lot of sorrow, pain. I was bad. I mean, I was bad as bad. I sold drugs. By the time I was 14, 15, I was doing Oxy 80s, 100s. I mean, everything. Touching every drug I could do. I was bad news. I was rotten to the core. Didn't care about nobody. Didn't have no friends. Had a lot of heartbreak, a lot of pain. My grandparents was about the only family I really had. They was gone, truck driving, about 3 weeks out of the month, so I maybe seen them a week, if that. So a lot of the times, Mom was gone working, they was gone, I was on my own. I didn't know how to handle things, so I self-medicated and run the streets, run with the wrong crowd. And look, I ain't blaming my dad for everything. I mean, I when I got up to teenage years, I had a mind of my own. I could have done what I had to do. You know, I didn't. I chose to do that life. I actually got saved when I was, I want to say 15, but I still fell off. I just fell off to the grid. The drugs had a hold on me that I couldn't shake. I mean, I tried different things. You know it's bad when my mom had fell to a coma, diabetic coma, and we didn't know if she's going to make it out or not. And I actually went up and robbed her of her pain pills while she was in the hospital. And kicked her door in and everything. I mean, that's how hopeless I was. Did a lot of pain, hurt a lot of people, fought, made a lot of enemies. And some people still doubt me to this day. I mean, they're always going to doubt me. I ain't here to prove myself. I mean, I know what God did for me. But, yeah, it was bad news. I mean, I had a really bad life, really heartache. Been to prison twice. Ain't no fun in there. I was on lockdown, solitary. Been to county jail multiple times. It got so bad that I would detox, and my little boy, just 4 years old at the time, would come up and ask me, that I'd be trying to sleep, and he'd come up and wake me up and say, "Daddy, I gotta go poop. I gotta go poop." And I'd smack him. I mean, I'd reach out and smack him right on top of the head just because I was sick. And that's when I knew that I had to have help. I mean, I knew then that it was to the point that I was losing everything. It caused me to lose my wife. I mean, she committed adultery, but I don't judge her for that, because I pushed her away. I mean, she tried, she waited and tried, gave it all to me, for me to get better. But so many people out there know when you're doing drugs, the drugs take over. I mean, you can't fight. I don't care who you are, you can't fight it. I mean, it's always going to win. It was real bad. I was married for about 5 years. Had a few jobs, nothing real important. I worked at Formal. Don't ask me how I kept them, because they didn't drug test us very often. Worked at Eagle Bend. And then I was in a car wreck. Real bad car wreck in 2015. It killed my best friend, Chris Strump. They charged me for his death. It was that sent me down a spiral. I had been on Suboxone, just got off pain pills, was doing just quarter Suboxone a day at that time. And all of a sudden, that wreck happened and he died. And it left me for dead. I laid up in the ICU for about 3 or 4 days. I was in the hospital about a week and a half altogether. Broke my whole right side. Ruined my body. I can't even walk now half the time. But it was a rude awakening for me because he was saved, good godly man, had beautiful kids, had a wife, and I was worthless. I mean, I was wild. I mean, I wasn't good, I was bad. And God took him. I know now that he took him because I wasn't ready to go. If I'd have went somewhere we all don't want to go. But he gave me the chance, but I didn't see it that way. I thought, why take my friend? Why didn't you take me? So I went overhill. Methamphetamine, real bad. Every drug I could put in my body. I mean, it started shooting up. I mean, it was bad. Didn't care no more. Ran from the law. Kept failing drug tests. Going back to prison. Getting out of prison. And finally, this whole time I'm trying to get back in the Bible. Trying to live my life. I'm trying to do better. Do better. I start reading the Bible and going to church. And I do all right for a while, and then I just start losing it all over again. I just couldn't fight it. Just couldn't. And mostly because I had problems in my head that I didn't understand then. But I didn't know that's what was. A lot of people in addiction, they don't realize that there's something else pushing that addiction. It's not just us we're not just wanting to get high. It's actually a problem that we have already existing, and we self-medicate. It's the only thing we know to do. And I had, PTSD over the wreck. When Chris died, I got PTSD. I started having nightmares. Couldn't sleep. So, of course, I did every drug I could think of. I mean, started doing that so I wouldn't go to sleep. Got locked up. But no matter what, I couldn't straighten up. I tried for 20-something odd years. All the way through teenage years, I wanted to die. I didn't want to live my life. I did things that should have killed me a long, long time ago. 17 years old, I was jumping out of a truck going down the interstate, highways, jumping out of a car into a bed of a truck. I mean, hoping I would fall. They thought it was cool, but I was hoping I'd fall and be the end of it. It was really bad. But then something happened. This last time I went to prison, I thought it was over with. They were just going to make me stretch my time. Let's do it. I got in there and was going to church. And preacher come in, he preaching one night. He said that talked about how we have to forgive to be forgiven. Well, I realized something that night, that I had so much hatred for my wife where she had cheated on me with that man that I wanted them dead. I mean, I did. I wanted both of them dead. I didn't care. I didn't want them to live. And he hurt me that bad. But when I noticed that was wrong, that I have to forgive them to be forgiven. So I bawled. I mean, I got down on my knees and I cried and I prayed and I bawled. And I wrote her a 5-page letter asking for her forgiveness. Telling him I was sorry, apologizing. The next morning, I woke up, the urges was gone. I mean, I I didn't want to get high no more. I didn't think about getting high no more. Nightmares was gone. Uh, all I could think about was reading the Bible. I stayed in my Bible, prayed, and I started asking for help. I reached out and asked him if I could go to rehab. Uh, I was already clean for about a year when that happened, or 6 months. So the only thing was, I knew that I had other conditions. So I wanted somewhere to help me understand how to deal with my mental issues. So I went and I did, they finally, this is how God works. He's so good. I sat there and prayed about going to rehab. And they didn't want me to go. They wanted to revoke me, make me stay my entire time. And that was fine, I prayed and I told, whatever it was, I was ready to take whatever came. I had God with me now, so it didn't matter what I did. What happened, I could do it. But I still wanted to get out and see my kids and make a new life for myself. The lawyer I had at the time, he didn't even try to fight. Sure enough, they called back and said, well, we think he needs to serve his time. So, they was going to come back with an offer, and I got down, I prayed, cried. I told just whatever your will be done. And next thing I know, they call me back. I go up there and he says, well, we see that you ain't never reached out for help before. So what if we offer you rehab? Would you take it? And I said, yeah, I've done filled out for rehab. I said, I want rehab. So they offered me 30-day rehab and go home. That's, praise God. That's coming from 4 years doing your whole time to going home in 30 days. That's God. That's only God could do that. So I went to rehab, did real good. I just kept doing what I was doing, reading the Bible. But I learned more about my mental issues. And I think that's one thing that's helped me as I give this testimony. That's one thing that helps me be me now, because I realize that a lot of us have mental issues that we don't know how to get help for. We don't know how to talk, or some of us just don't like talking. I'm one of those that just likes to hide, and deep inside me, don't let it out. That's not the way to do it. It'll destroy you. It really will. And when I went to rehab, that was the first thing I started working on. I started getting my every piece of paper, every studying I could do on PTSD, depression. Started getting help for everything, which I couldn't get meds because I didn't have my insurance. I didn't have no insurance, so I couldn't get no medications for it inside rehab. So I had to battle through it. And I come home in December, right before Christmas. And it was a little hard getting, changed back into everything. Being locked up for almost 2 years and everything else, it was kind of hard. More mentally than anything, though. I had a lot of problems dealing with my mental issues, but drug-wise, I didn't want it. I didn't even want it at all. I still to this day don't have no urges. I'm done with it. It's God. It ain't nothing I did. God did everything. He really helped me. But now, I have a lot of love in my heart now. I'm a changed man. I don't hate like I used to. I don't hate no one. My dad started my issues. He caused a very bad depression in me at the age that no kid should be depressed. All I can think about, even to this day, when I do think about him very often, I wonder, why? Why didn't he love me, or what? Why didn't he want me like he did my other? I had two brothers. Now, luckily, I did have a stepmother that was very good to me. She loved me. She treated me fairly. She was there for me. She gave me, whatever my brothers got, she got for me. She was a good person, really good. I love her to death, still do. She'll always be a stepmom in my heart. And but Dad just didn't. He wasn't like that. I mean, he didn't care, and it hurt. Still to this day, it hurts. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, but I don't hate him no more. I forgive him. I mean, I'll never know why. And if he ever did want to see me and his grandkids, I'm up for it. I mean, I love my dad. I love my mama. We have a total, an awesome relationship now. Me and my mom. It wasn't always like that. Like I said, when I was growing up, she wasn't always there. She was there, but it was more of my sister. She was the baby. And it was more on the lines of Brianna got this, my sister got this, got that. And I just basically stayed on the streets. I mean, I was always on the run, always going from house to house, friends to friends. I slept in Walmart parking lot 2 or 3 times. Can't tell you how many times. Bounced around. Never does no luck with girls. Got my heart broke 1,000 times. Cheated on me. But of course, how could I be any good little girl? I mean, I lied to him. I don't blame him now. Now, so one thing when an addict, we don't realize as addicts that we blame everybody else, but we don't think about what we did, to hurt them. And of course, no wonder I couldn't make a relationship work. I mean, I was lying, hiding behind drugs. I didn't want them to know, so I lied about it. Oh no, I ain't doing nothing. You can't make a relationship work like that. I mean, what was coming to me got coming to me. I got what I deserved, and still have issues to this day over, with girls, but we'll work that out. I'm fixing myself, my kids. Got a wonderful family. I mean, like I said, my mom and me are so close now. And which we started getting real close when I first got locked up. And she had bailed me out. And we had a long talk. And my sister moved away. She went to Florida. And so proud of her. She went off and got a college degree and started doing so good for herself. Got her own family. So it left me and my mom to cope, to get closer, to heal. And then I had my boys. I got 2 beautiful boys. And they're my rock. I mean, God's my number one. God's always my number one. He has to be my number one. If not, I'll fall. I mean, I know that as a human, as flesh, I can't keep going. I'll fall right back to the pit that I was in. I have to keep him as number one. I have to keep good people around me. And I know this testimony was supposed to be, mostly about the addiction and stuff. I want mine to be what helped me. What I think can help others. I know can help others if they would let it. you gotta want it. For one, I mean, you gotta want change. If you don't want it, you ain't gonna change. That's just all there is to it. I know a lot of addicts out there. You feel alone, feel like there's no hope for you. You don't think nobody's went through what you're going through, and our stories might not be the same. I mean, we might not have went through exactly the same thing, but the thing is, we have went through, and there is hope. There's always hope, always hope. You just got to want it. You got to believe. You got to find that determination that will make you fight, to want to fight. If it's kids, family, God, anything you want. I mean, anything that gives you the power to fight more, and stay focused. But you're not alone. Anytime you want help, reach out. I mean, it's there. I mean, I know you think that there's people who don't understand this, but there is people that understand. And you just got to reach out and ask, and be acceptable for the help. I mean, if you want to change, you can change, but you got to let someone help you change. Now, in my opinion, God's the only way. God is the only way. I tried. And I was bad. I did a lot of bad things. Hurt a lot of people. And it still haunts me. I'll never live my past down. I'm dead up to my eyeballs. I'll never live a free life with it. But I still go crazy. I've still got my mental issues, depression, PTSD. I battle with them all the time. Life ain't gonna be no cake. It ain't walk in the park. But the thing is, I know I have someone now with me the whole way that will help me fight, that will fight my battles for me. He already did. He's a great God. He brought me through everything in one night. Just one night changed my whole entire life. I woke up that next morning in prison and I was good. I didn't fear being there no more. Wasn't scared of what was going to happen if I got put down or if I got out. It was all good. But there's always hope for all addicts. Not just all addicts, for anybody that's that feels like you're lost and there's no, that you can't come back from what you've done. I don't care if it's drugs or whatever. There's lost people out there that don't even do drugs. That's just do bad things. But there's hope, and that's what I hope I can instill in people. Is that there is hope. It's not empty. It's not. You can see a light. You just gotta fight. My motto is, I'll fight to the end. I'll never give up. And I've always prided myself on being a fighter. I've trained all my life. But the good thing is now I actually can say I'm a fighter. I'm a soldier for God now. I fight. That's my main objective. Many people as I can touch to show, not for me. I'm just flesh. I'm just sin. That's all I'm going to be. I'm still sin to this day. We all sin. That's what I don't get. The addicts think that they're bad. They're so bad and there's no coming back from it. But what they don't realize is even the ones that's clean and saved, we still sin. We're all sin. The Bible says, not one man not sinneth. Only one man is perfect, and that's God. None of us is perfect. We're all going to sin. So, you can forgive yourself. There is hope. You gotta reach out and grab it. It's funny, I used to say when we was in rehab, when I was in rehab. I was president in the NA club, chair for a while. And I used to tell them, they would say that, there's nothing they can do to get clean. They want to change. Well, if we fought as hard to try to be clean as we did for them drugs, we could do it. I mean, we got to realize how depressed we was even on the drugs. I mean, we think the drugs, then they made us feel good. That meth made us feel real good, made us forget it. That pills, Suboxone, whatever it was, your drug choice, pot, it made you forget everything, made you feel better. Well, in all reality, it really didn't. I mean, and I'm just speaking for myself, but I'm betting that other addicts can agree with this, that once your high wore off, you was even more depressed, more upset, because then you had to worry about where you was going to get the next high or the next drug. It's just, I realize now, and I'm hoping that others, I just hope this touches someone, that I want people to know there's hope. I mean, there is hope. Hope is one of my biggest words, because look, I was lost in sin. I did so many bad things. I mean, I robbed my mom. I robbed my grandparents. I'm talking guns, money, stolen blind. My grandma's mom's jewelry. I mean, just took everything. And they never, I mean, even when I did do that, they never gave up on me. Never. I got locked up. Sat there and watched them cry as I went to prison. Twice. I mean, I'd get out for a month and go right back because I screwed up, started failing drug tests. And that's what I'm saying. To me, others, we're all different. I mean, God put us all here differently. I mean, I fought, I tried. I really did try to change. I couldn't do it for my kids. I couldn't do it for my mom, my grandmother. I couldn't do it. I just really couldn't. I mean, I tried. For 20-something years, I tried to get clean. That's why I started doing Suboxone, methadone, anything I could do. And I just always kept screwing it up until I put God first. When I put God first, everything changed. It went from just caring about the high and not caring about nobody. I mean, I had no heart. I didn't love no one. I mean, how can you say I was a good person when I smacked my own son, my youngest boy? And I mean, I smacked him right across the head. I mean, that's a worthless daddy right there. I mean, that's crap. But the only thing that helped me was God. I gave it all to Him, and He saved me, and He changed my life in one night. In blink of an eye, it's over with. And now I just got to live my life fighting for Him, praising His name, telling the world what He did for me, what He's willing to do for anyone. I just want people, the addicts out there, to know that there is help, that there's plenty of help. I can't stress that more. I mean, it don't have to be. I mean, if you don't, you have trouble believing in God, whatever, that's your choice. I mean, you got free. God did give us free choice. But I just know what helped me. And that's what I can honestly say. I tried everything else and it didn't work. If you can find something else that helps you, go for it. I mean, just whatever gives you the power. If it's your kids, your family, your wife, grandparents, dog, something that's worth fighting for, that you're so tired of losing. Find that loss. Find that loss that hurts. And when you find it, Fight for it. Don't give up. Never give up. We don't give up on the drugs. We didn't. I mean, we ran. We never quit trying to find the drugs. We won every battle. Guarantee that. We got them somehow or another. So why not put that fight for a good effort? Fight, just try it. Just try fighting for something that you love. If you really want the change, it's there. It's there. You can reach out and grab it. You just got to run with it. And no, don't look back. And yeah, you're going to stumble. Yeah, you're going to fall. Yeah, there's going to be doubters. You know, there's people doubt me all the time. But you just got to keep going. Pick yourself up. Don't worry about everybody else. Worry about yourself. Fight. Never give up on nothing. Them kids, family, if anything, they fought for you. Fight for them. That's what I'm doing. I let my family down so bad that it breaks my heart. I mean, I look down on myself. Even though I know God's forgiven me and I'm a new man, I still have them demons inside to work out. Because I did some bad things. Hurt a lot of people. The people closest to me. And that's what's bad. I mean, I didn't just hurt people I didn't know. I hurt the closest people to me. God is great. I mean, there's nothing else I can say about that. God is great. He has done everything he can for me. I mean, I didn't deserve it. I didn't deserve him at all. I failed miserably. And I still fail. I'm no saint. I sin to this day. I probably sin today. But I know that I'm forgiven. I know I'm going to heaven. You know, hey, I'm going to a better place where there ain't no more worries. Ain't nothing. And I just can't express enough what God can do for you. I mean, if you just allow it. Just allow him to come into your life. And just accept him. And look, just try it. I mean, you've tried everything else to get clean. If you're anything like an addict I know of, you've tried everything. You've wanted to get clean for so long. You're really tired of feeling. I mean, you get up and sit, you can't move, you don't want to get up out of the bed unless you have it. So, I mean, that's not a life. So why not put it for, just try something different. That's all I can do. Put his name out there and you try it. If it don't work, what are you going to lose? What you got to lose? I mean, you tried everything else. Try God. But you got to really want it. And you got to really believe that he sent his son here to die for you. And when you believe that and accept it, guarantee you get clean. You'll change. You'll change. There won't be no more fighting it then. People probably wondering why I don't get as upset and cry because, well, I've been hurt so many times. These eyes are hard to cry anymore. I don't tear up very much at all no more. A lot of hurt, a lot of bad life. But you know what? Hey, I'm living. I mean, I'll never live a perfect life. I still pay debts, fines. I can't even get my license back without paying $50,000 over that wreck. So, I mean, it's not, life ain't never going to be a bed of roses or a merry-go-round. I mean, you're going to have to fight. But with God on your side, You ain't had no worries. There ain't nothing to worry about. He'll get you through it. He'll guide you all the way. That's a promise. That's one thing I can promise you. I can't make you choose God. I can't make you want God. All I can do is tell you that He's real. He's not dead. He's real. Just like Randall's shirt says, but God. But God can do all. He's real. And He's on our insides. You just gotta let Him, you just gotta believe it. And for those that really want it, really want to get clean, you can do it. I don't care who you are. I don't care. Look, I don't care what you've done. I don't care if you've murdered someone. I don't care if you killed, raped, stole, committed adultery, whatever sin you think or how bad you was. You can do it. You can change your life. You're not stuck. You just got to fight for it. You got to want it. Want it worse than you've ever wanted anything in your life. But you can beat it. You can come out on top. I'm telling you, you can. I was filthy. I mean, my mom, I thought she's dying. I mean, we didn't even know she's coming out of the coma. And I kicked her door in just to get a bottle of hydros. I mean, I did some bad things. I did some bad things, hurt a lot of people. But I've said my forgiveness. I have. I mean, I've apologized to all of my people. Some of them forgave me, some of them didn't. But I can't worry about that. I did my part. I apologized. And now God done His. I mean, He saved me. He made me a new man. I feel so much love in my heart now. Used to, I hated people. I didn't want to, you'd look at me the wrong way and I'd hate you. I want to fight. I'd punch you right in the face. But now I love all. I mean, God's so wonderful. You wake up in the morning and the first thing you say is, I thank God. That's when you know you changed. You can beat it. It breaks my heart, it really does, to know that there's people out there putting ourselves to sue the same exact thing that I did. And it kills me to think about that because, I mean, no one should live that life. No one. And there's no judgment. I mean, I know some people might judge you. Some people might look down on you. But if they did, or they do, they're not right. That's not right either. They need to judge themselves for judging you. But don't give up. Just reach out for help. My number is 423-539-1057. You can call me, text me, night or day, I don't care. If I can be a help to anyone, just call, text me. And no matter what you did, you can come over it. I promise. You can fight. You can fight for it. Just keep on fighting. Never give up. Just like my motto says, the good Lord, you can do all things through Christ, who strengthens me. I'll fight to the end. I'll never give up. And that's all I got.
Hey, man, how about that? Man alive. Hey, a man put his phone number on here, knowing how many people's going to be on there. He's probably real. I bet you probably call him or message him. He'll probably try to help you. That's really what we're trying to do here. Hey, listen, like he said, no judgment. We're all here. We've all made mistakes. We've all fallen short. So hey, try him out. Give him a call. You got my number. Try me out. Next week, my buddy's coming in. This man spent 2 years with me in Corpus Christi, and he's probably right there, one of my best friends. Chris Swan will be here next week sharing testimony with us, and I want y'all to tune in and listen to him, hear his story. We'll be coming from Knoxville, but we'll still get it done. So I'm going to get off here, get home. Hey, we thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for watching. Hey, we love every one of you, and we'll see you next Monday, 6 o'clock. Don't forget, 4th of July, if you want this beard gone, come show up, First Baptist Church of Huntsville, 7 o'clock. If there's 300, we'll get her cut off. If there's 299, I'll have her on next week. So, hey, I love every one of you. We'll see you, and hope you have a good night.